Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, they're going low in Louisville. That is Louisville. They made a big deal about it earlier, at least on ESPN Plus, that you're not supposed to call it Louisville. And that's how I'm going to call it. It just sounds good. It rolls off the tongue, right? Kind of like in New Orleans. You know, there's certain things. He's a sophomore. You got to throw the O in there. Some of you out there, actually it was just one, but I like to embellish, said yesterday that I was referring to the Jaguars as the Jaguars. I don't know. I mean, usually the Boston accent only comes out after I've been drinking significantly. And that is never the case here on Into the Night. Stone sober, loving it. If it's the Boston accent, here's what I can tell you. You're going to have to deal with it. I'm not going anywhere. I've been here since I was 18, right? I'm one of yours now. I saw Boston in the rearview mirror, and it's the best move I ever made. My goodness, Xander Schauffele. I mean, a 62, 9 under, ties the record for a PGA Championship, sets the record at Valhalla, and it ties what he did a year ago during the opening round of the United States Open along with Ricky Fowler. Remember, he shot a 62 at the Los Angeles Country Club. He fell apart on Sunday. He looked like the guy to beat until Rory came from behind and stole it from him. And what's incredible about what Schauffele did earlier today, really his only blemish was on the first hole. He had a real opportunity to get out with the birdie, and of course he did play the backside first. As it's pretty frightening here. The trend today for these obscenely low scores, off the back side first, you know, the back 9 first, and getting out early. That includes Schauffele, who got out early, backside 62. Right, Tagala, 65, off the backside first. Tony Finau, off the backside first, 65. Rory McIlroy, backside first, 66. A little bit earlier today, the exception to the rule was Robert McIntyre, a 5 under, shooting a 66. So, you know, there's been tons of rain. It's anything but firm. It's soft. More rain's going to come tonight, apparently as early as, I guess, officially 2 a.m. Tomorrow morning. There's talk that tomorrow's round could be wiped out. We'll see. I've heard an awful lot about look for pin placements on Friday to be at the, you know, highest possible place that you can put a pin on a green. The way that the Jack Nicklaus course is designed at Valhalla is to certainly have the water release away from the top part of the green and also not trickle into greenside bunkers so that there's not any puddling. But Mother Nature is going to rear its ugly head, and it may be somewhat amusing to watch these players play. And the unfortunate part of it, there could be delays. But these golfers, if they can deal with the element, man, if they can deal with that, they're going to love it because it's just going to continuously soften up this golf course. And my goodness, we could have record-setting numbers through 4 rounds. We'll see. Still plenty out on the golf course today. It has been an absolutely phenomenal Thursday out in Kentucky. We'll keep you updated with everything that has transpired as we get into the night right here on a Thursday edition. All right, a couple of other nuggets before I get to the Jaguars, because obviously we got off the air last night, and as soon as we did, despite all the leaks and knowing the home and away and in London, everything else is now out with the Jaguars, and I do want to spend an awful lot of time on that today. I mean, it's only fitting, and I'll give you just a little tidbit here, and I don't know if I'm actually walking out alone here on the branch, but it feels totally opposite of a year ago. It does. Not saying that the record is going to be that much different. But the feeling of getting through the early part and surviving, and then a real opportunity to win some football games late is basically the plan you have to believe for the 2024 Jaguars. Again, we'll get there in just a couple of minutes. So, Schauffele, unbelievable today, minus 531 going out. Again, played the backside, clean card, and just a fantastic round. 9 under par. No bogeys today for Xander Schauffele. Okay? And he is your leader as well. Tony Finau, Sahith Tagala, Rory McIlroy at one stroke behind Tagala and Finau, all playing wonderful golf. You know, you look at what Brooks Koepka has done, the defending champ, getting off to what would be typically a fantastic Thursday at any major. I mean, a 67 here on this par 71. 4 under, putting himself in just tremendous on the front page of the leaderboard and in a tremendous situation to really make a run. Scotty Scheffler began today 2 swings, and he was 2 under par. I mean, think about that. 2 swings. He had a drive of 323 yards, and then he was 167 yards out, and with an iron, hold it, okay? A 2 on the par 4, an eagle to begin his round today for Scotty Scheffler, and what he has in common with Brooks Koepka and what he has in common with Rory McIlroy, and we already have mentioned his 5 under 66. All 3 of those golfers, far and away, the picks to win this year's PGA Championship, all won their last start. But the defending champion, Brooks Koepka, today in very good shape as well. So we'll keep you updated with everything that is happening. As far as leaders out on the golf course and any of these afternoon guys with an opportunity to make a run, well, there's really 3 of them right now. Tom Kim through 14, 4 under. Colin Morikawa is 4 under. And Thomas Dietrich as well, 4 under par. So, again, we'll keep you updated on all the movement there. Scotty Scheffler, had the eagle on 1. He had a birdie on 4. He made 1 mistake. It was about a 175-yard approach, and he hit a greenside bunker, could not get up and down, tapped in for a bogey. That is his only blemish, right? On the par 5th, 7th hole, he had a birdie, so he played the front side first, went out with a 32. He's played 3 holes now coming in, consecutive pars, 3 straight pars, I should say, on the par 5, 3, and 4. He goes to the 13th tee box. And again, he finds himself at 3 under. Typically, during any round, that would be in phenomenal shape. Unfortunately, for the number 1 ranked golfer in the world, because of what Xander Schauffele has done, he finds himself 6 strokes behind. Again, still 6 holes to play on this Thursday, and I'm sure he's just trying to post a number, right? If he can get in at 4 under, if he could get in at, dare I say, 5 under, I got to believe that he believes he'll be in really good shape with still a ton of golf to play Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But the story today at the PGA Championship is absolutely all about Xander Schauffele. All right, coming up here in a little bit, I'm going to do what we all do, and we enjoy it, and that is go game to game and make our prediction for the 2024 Jacksonville Jaguars. And the way I've done it for years is as follows. I do it now, and JJ will do it now. Then we'll do it the week of the opener, right? We'll do it the week of, I guess it's very early September when they do visit the Miami Dolphins. Let's see, the date here is Sunday, September 8th is opening day for the Jaguars. So we'll do it that week. And that's all fun. I mean, including today, it's all fun. It really is. I mean, it's kind of cool to look at it. I think fans do it, whether it's college or pro. You know, you print the schedule, you look at it, you put a W next to it, you put an L next to it, and let's be honest, everything changes when you get in season. And the biggest reason for that is obviously always injuries. I mean, I look at the New York game in December 15th, and, I'm going to give my opinion on this in a little bit, but that's a game that really sticks out to me as maybe the hardest game to pick on this 17-game slate right now. And the reason being, if Aaron Rodgers isn't playing, Jacksonville's going to clobber them. That's my opinion. If Aaron Rodgers gets back to the Aaron Rodgers that he was a couple of years ago, that all of a sudden becomes an incredibly tough putt. So, that's really the truth in all of this. But it's still about having a good time, and I know you've got it out there, and you've made up your prognostication as to what will actually take place. But again, we'll do it today. We'll do it right before the start of the regular season. Then, of course, when it really matters, we'll do it each and every Friday before the weekend, whether it's big-time college football around here and certainly your Jacksonville Jaguars. That's the way things go, and that's the way I've done it for years. Jacksonville finds themselves as a 4-point underdog to open up the season in Miami. Your total is 49 points. I think that's a little high for me. I could live with a 3, and we're just going to see how that gets bet. Again, it's only May, but it almost feels like they're begging for a little bit of early, Jacksonville money to knock that down a point. So we actually will see. And, when I look at the schedule, there's some good and there's some bad. And all 32 teams and fan bases of those 32 teams, they're complaining right now, right? There's never going to be a schedule that is set that is perfect. So let me give you a couple of things that I like, and then let me give you a couple of things that I dislike. For starters, the one that really sticks out for me that is a positive, there are 9 teams in the NFL that are going to have to play 2 games within a 4-day period. Jacksonville is not one of those. And to me, that's actually a surprise because it almost feels like, well, if something negative is going to happen, right, let's just put Jacksonville's name on it. That's not the case. And, I look at common opponents and who Jacksonville actually plays, and I want to say there was only 3 teams that were in this situation, but one of them is perhaps your biggest rival and the team that many believe wins the AFC South in a consecutive season, that being the Houston Texans. Others on the Jaguars schedule includes the Jets. It includes the Browns, and I believe that's it. You have the 49ers, the Seahawks, the Rams, the Bengals, the Ravens, and the Steelers. So those 9 teams are going to have to deal with a point this year where they're going to have to play a second game within a 4-day window. And Jacksonville doesn't even get a Thursday game this year. Okay? And I know, I understand that you love that stuff as the fan, but if the bottom line's winning, you want the schedule to set up the best possible way that you can. And having just one Monday night game and every other game being played on a Sunday is really, really good for the Jaguars franchise. So the schedule gods, in my opinion, did them a favor there. A couple of other things that do stick out for me. The late bye, it really works out well. If Jacksonville can stay healthy, obviously early on, and staying healthy is common. I mean, that applies week 1, that applies week 18. Okay, staying healthy is always the most important thing. But this is a very late bye. Again, it's not coming after 2 football games in London. It'll come between 2 fierce opponents. It's between Detroit and Houston. It's the latest bye in franchise history. Okay? Love it. Absolutely love it. And it could really set them up for a nice run throughout the month of December into early January in the tail end of their schedule in 2024. Another thing that I really do like, young quarterbacks. You're going to get 3 rookies. I've told you forever, I think they win both games in London. Well, not forever, but since it was announced yesterday. Okay? They're going to beat Caleb Williams in Chicago, in London. They're going to beat Drake May in New England, in London. They're going to beat J.J. McCarthy in Minnesota. And then you get the divisional young quarterbacks. All right, C.J. Stroud's in another planet, but the return of Anthony Richardson, Will Levis, just getting all of these young QBs is another, in my opinion, very fortunate part of the way that this schedule and the way that the drafting has worked for their opponents. All right, some things that I'm not a huge fan of. Jacksonville starts and ends on the road. I don't like it. Okay, and the latter bothers me more than the former. Yeah, it'd be neat to have a week one game here. It's not the case. It's in Miami. This is the fourth year in a row Jacksonville has started the season on the road. That's just too much. They've had some success. They won a year ago, right? And then they lost twice here. You know, they were a struggling home team in 2023. They only won 3 games here a year ago, 3-5 officially in Duval. But they begin on the road. And then, of course, they end on the road at Indianapolis. That game, for all intents and purposes, is going to end up, you have to believe, meaning a heck of a lot more with all the playoff implications that are on the line, unless the Jaguars just shock the world and have already, put themselves in a situation where they have a first-round bye and, they can walk out Mac Jones and Yashir Abdullah and whomever, and, they're coasting towards their bye. Is that going to be the case? Well, only time will tell. So not a huge fan, again, of beginning on the road and then wrapping up on the road. Their strength of schedule is more difficult this year. Last year it was .479, which was 23rd in the NFL out of 32 teams. This year, statistically speaking, their strength of schedule is .512, which is 8th in the NFL. Again, I think it's a little bit overrated to look at it that way because we understand that the NFL is a week-to-week league. And it's all about the tempo of how you're playing, how you're not playing, who's injured, right? Who's able to give it a go. So anyway, the latest there. You have 4 games against divisional champions. You have 8 playoff teams. Now, in that mix, that's Houston twice. You can make the case it's really 3 divisional champs or 7 playoff teams. But that comes into the strength of schedule, which has certainly got more difficult from what they had a year ago. All right, the lack of primetime games. There's good and there's bad. I told you the good. You play a Thursday, you got a short week. Say you're on the road on a Sunday. You got to fly back, get in, rehab, off day Tuesday, and I guess it gets sped up a day because you do play on Thursday. But no one wants a short week. Jacksonville doesn't have one. I know that may bum some of you out. But I got to believe Doug Peterson. I got to believe Trent Baalke. I got to believe they're like, yes, we don't want a Thursday game. Okay? So you get the Sunday night. Obviously, the return of Doug Peterson to Philadelphia. Hopefully that turns out better than the last time that happened. That's when Trevor Lawrence had 5 turnovers in the rain-soaked stadium in Philly. And, in week 3, you go to Buffalo. That is a Monday night game. Whether you want to believe it or not, primetime games include 9:30 a.m. here in Duval being played in London. They are considered stand-alone games. Now, if you want to go back and forth with me on primetime games, to you maybe primetime means night, okay, we can argue that point. But if you look at standalone games, Jacksonville has 4, okay? That's nearly as, that's right at the midway, midway section of all 32 teams. Kansas City has 8 standalone games. You look at Baltimore, Dallas, New York, 7. Detroit, Houston, Pittsburgh, and San Francisco, 6. I've received a lot of complaints. Why does Houston have all these primetime games and Jacksonville doesn't? Well, you can't lose 5 out of 6 and then start screaming about primetime games. Jacksonville didn't fare well in primetime games a year ago. You got 2. I know they're road games. Okay? You also got the 2 at 9:30 in our time. It's going to be at 6:30 in the morning in Las Vegas. It's going to be at 6:30 in the morning in Los Angeles. Crying out loud. But standalone games. You have 4 for the Jaguars as well. So overall, I think it's a pretty good schedule. I really do. And when we come back, we're going to spend more time on it. It may take us a couple of segments. We shall see. But I do. I want to go through it game through game. And I think it's going to be a season of incredible peaks and valleys. The toughest part is early. Can you get through those first 4 games against playoff teams? And that becomes so incredibly important because when you look at the fifth game, I guarantee there's not a person alive right now in Duval that has put down a loss against Indianapolis here in Week 5. Why? Well, Jacksonville hasn't lost to Indianapolis in Duval since the 2014 season, and that includes a couple of years ago where all the Colts had to do was win on that final day in order to get to the playoffs. But that's what's so crazy about this game is, the feeling is, can they get to 2-2 against Miami, Cleveland, Buffalo, and Houston? Some are going to say 3-1. Heck, some may say 4-0. All right? Can they get to 2-2? That game that next week against Indy is like an automatic W. You can't. Actually, you can do whatever you want. You're a fan. The team can't do that. And I just want to remind you, this team struggled at home last year. They were better on the road. They were perfect in London. I think they're going to win both their games in London again this year, home and away. Okay? Wembley and Tottenham. They're taking on rookie quarterbacks. This team needs to become a better football team here. Schedule makers look at the fact that they were 3-5 at home. Schedule makers look at the fact that they did not play well in prime time. They played well in standalone games because they won both games over in London. But that old adage, you can't win a game in the first quarter, but you can lose it. And all this. The first quarter of the season is a monster for the Jaguars. And just surviving that part is going to be a huge part of what this season is officially all about. So when we come back, we'll go through it. Let's have a little bit of fun. We'll go game through game, keep you updated on everything that is happening as well with the PGA Championship, where Xander Schauffele is your leader after a course record 62 today. He is 9 under par. All right, opening comments brought to you by Shmunez Vision. Have an appointment a week from tomorrow with Dr. Neil Shmunez. It's a normal checkup. Going to roll in there, look at my eyes, tell me if I need a new prescription, and if that's the case, fine. What I'm hoping for, and honestly I don't worry about it, but I hope there's nothing that is wrong. Like, let's say 8.5 years ago when I went in for a normal checkup. What happened? He said, bro, you got an issue. You need surgery immediately. He performed that surgery, removed whatever it was that was cancerous in my right eye. I've never had an issue since. Okay, so this is a family organization that focuses on personal, high-quality medical and surgical eye care. And they're the best in the business. Now, laser eye surgery, unfortunately, I'm not a candidate for because of the surgery I did have. But just think about that for a moment. The rest of your days, never having to go scrambling for your readers, or, you fall asleep and you have to get out of bed to take your contacts out, all that stuff. It can be annoying, right? It absolutely can. Not with laser eye surgery. There's 20/20 for the rest of your life. Just check them out online. Go to Shmunez Vision, all right? Or better yet, go to Instagram. Check them out there. Some outstanding testimonials at Shmunez Vision on Instagram as well. So let's give you a PGA Championship update, and then when we come back, let's begin to dive into this schedule and break it down game after game. You'll hear from Rick Ballou. You'll hear from J.J. LaSelva. As always, we want to hear from you, and the best way to do it is 641-1010 on the text line, which is brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures.
A PGA Championship update on 1010XL, brought to you by Vaughn Motor Group.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 106th PGA Championship. NFL single-game tickets are on sale now. Visit NFL.com/tickets to purchase today. There have been 4 rounds of 62 in the 160-plus years of major championship golf, and Xander Schauffele owns 2 of them. One in the first round of the U.S. Open last year, another today in the first round at Valhalla. 9 under par, bogey-free. Tony Finau also bogey-free, a 6 under 65, 3 back of Schauffele, along with Sahith Theegala. Rory McIlroy at 5 under. He won at Valhalla the last time it hosted the PGA 10 years ago. Bob McIntyre is also at 5 under par, 4 back. 2 players in the afternoon wave joining that group at 5 under. Thomas Dietrich and Tom Kim both have played 13 holes. Scotty Scheffler, 3 under through 11. The number 1 player in the world is 6 back. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
The 2024 NFL schedule, powered by AWS, has been released, and single game tickets are on sale now. That's every epic showdown, every classic rivalry, every primetime game, 17 games for all 32 teams. Visit NFL.com/tickets to purchase tickets today. The NFL Ticket Network, including Ticketmaster, SeatGeek, and Sports Illustrated Tickets, are the official marketplaces for NFL tickets.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Honda, we appreciate all the comparisons to other vehicles. And no matter how many times they compare their vehicles to a Honda, only a Honda is a Honda. Remember, value, quality, safety, there is no substitute. Visit your local Honda dealer now and experience the difference.
The sun's out, the water's cool. It's a perfect day for boating.
What's that boat doing?
Perfect boating days can quickly turn into disasters when drugs and alcohol are involved. Don't let boating under the influence ruin your day. FWC officers have zero tolerance for impaired operators. If you're over the limit, you're under arrest. Learn more at myfwc.com. Brought to you by the FWC Division of Law Enforcement.
It's wins, losses, and predictions all day on 1010XL. Today's review of the NFL schedule is brought to you by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning, and Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors.
I'm just happy to have a roof over my head. You've heard that saying a bunch, probably through the years, but what if it leaks? That's never good. Who do you call? How can you be sure they're any good? Who to trust? Well, remember this. Preferred Roofing guarantees to educate and inform their customers on such a big decision as replacing a roof. Let their consultants help you make an informed choice that you're sure to feel good about. Master Elite Certified Contractors, Preferred Roofing is who you need to call. Tell them Joe C. sent you.
Start your Saturday with a whiff of the great outdoors.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Loggeman, and we bring you the fresh air of the great outdoors.
On the Nimnit Outdoors Show, presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Just go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and trusted generic alternatives to the name brands at up to 95% off. That's right, get generic for Viagra, the same active ingredient as brand name Viagra, but for 95% less. It's the same medication, still prescribed by a licensed medical provider, but with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Are you having constant issues with drains backing up? Have you wasted money on plumbers that can't resolve your problems? We're Duck Rooter, and we have the solution. We'll come out to your home or business, identify your problem, and make the repairs once and for all. From visual camera inspections, hydrojetting, line replacements, our team of pros will get the job done right. Call now to schedule service and relax. 904-862-6769. Financing is available. DuckRooter.com, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm Jeff Middlecoff with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners, Alan Tyre, Bill Pappas, and Ken Rimley, have been helping first-time homebuyers with their mortgage financing all over Florida for 34 years. First-time homebuyers can get no or low down payments, anywhere from 0 to 3.5% down. As a first-time homebuyer with Trustline Mortgage, you get added benefits for doing your loan with us, like lower rates on your mortgage insurance and lower closing costs. Oh, and did I forget to mention that Trustline gives first-time homebuyers better mortgage interest rates? Here's the bottom line. Trustline Mortgage wants to help first-time homebuyers accomplish your goal of home ownership. That's why Trustline Mortgage is offering the best first-time homebuyer benefits around, period. Trustline Mortgage delivers with no and low down payments, lower closing costs, and better interest rates. Call Trustline Mortgage today at 381-LOAN. That's 381-LOAN to find out how we can help you buy your dream home. Or visit our website at trustlinemortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Certain restrictions apply. See office for details. Trustline is an equal housing opportunity. MLS number 331480.
If you're a business owner and want to learn about federal, state, or local government contracts, plan to attend a free online webinar May 28th. The Florida Apex Accelerator, in partnership with UNF, provides expert guidance and consultations at no cost. The Apex Accelerator program can make selling to the government less complicated. Attend a free coffee and contracting webinar May 28th. Register at unf.edu/SBDC. Then select Training and Event tab.
Hey, sports fans, this is Hayes Carlyon from MyBookie. The NBA playoffs are heating up, and it's the perfect time to elevate your game with MyBookie. With MyBookie, you can bet from anywhere, anytime, so you never miss a shot to cash in on a play. You can even live stream and bet on the games right from the sportsbook, giving you everything you'll need to decide, cash out or let it ride. MyBookie really makes it easy to get paid with tons of boosted props and slam dunk parlays, and new boosts are now posted on the daily. It's more than just a sports book. Buzzer beaters, underdog upsets, and a community to share in all of the sweats. Give yourself a head start today and play with house money using promo code 1010XL when you make your first deposit. That's promo code 1010XL to claim a limited time bonus when you sign up and make your first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie. And don't forget that promo code 1010XL.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Xander Schauffele 9 under, a 62 today, as a 3-stroke lead over both Tony Finau and Sahith Theegala. Moments ago, Scotty Scheffler, I told you about on the back, 3 straight pars to remain at 3 under. Well, he had a birdie to get to -4 and then gave it right back with a bogey to get to -3, and that was on the par 3 14th hole, which plays 254 yards as a par 3. So we will keep you updated.
It was probably like a 10-foot putt, maybe less.
You know, and I didn't talk about Tiger today at all, who 3-putted his last 2 holes. I thought Tiger's short game today was really good. The difference for him is that putts that were falling on his first 9, which was the back 9, did not fall coming in. Tiger Woods today shot a +172, 31 putts, okay? He only had 13 putts going out. 13 putts in 9 holes. And then 31 putts overall, so that was really the difference in his round. Again, he was pretty even with fairways, front 9 to back 9. Ended up going 9 of 14, 13 of 18 for greens. But it was the final 9 holes, the putts more than doubled in those 9, including consecutive 3 putts on both number 8 and 9. Very makeable putts as well, inside 7 or 8 feet. And that cost Tiger, again, +172. All right, let's get through it. Schedule has been released. They open up at Miami. I think that this is going to be a loss for the Jaguars. I think that they are going to start the season again going out on the road for a 4th consecutive year. Listen, Miami's going to get all the hype. They are. This division has been improved, especially with the return of Aaron Rodgers outside of New England. You know, Buffalo's been the beast. They've won 4 consecutive divisional titles. But whether or not they pay Tua is something that will be intriguing. But, you know, health is a concern here. Miami's a team that if you got them in Week 6 or Week 8 or Week 10, everything would change. I mean, just look at OBJ. This is the type of game where Beckham, you know, looks like a Hall of Famer. But by Week 4, he may be done for the year, if you understand what I'm getting at. So, unfortunately for Jaguar fans, I still think there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve here early on under Ryan Nielsen's brand new defense. And You have 3 preseason games, but you don't have the 2-a-days the way that camp was way back when. And I do think that there are going to be some communication and some learning problems early for the Jaguars. So I have them losing on opening day to the Miami Dolphins. JJ.
Yeah, I don't like McDaniels having multiple months to prepare for this game. And like you said, a brand new defense, all that motion, everything they do in that Miami offense. I like the Dolphins in this one.
Week 2, home opener, the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland was a big part of that, late season, the
Joe Flacco effect.
Yeah, just awful finish. Deshaun Watson not around. It was Joe Flacco. And Jacksonville lost 5 of 6. Cleveland is a team again, that they believe is on the come. But I think the home crowd, I just think the motivation playing at home and Cleveland coming here where hopefully it's 100 degrees. I think the Jaguars even up their schedule at 1 apiece. I got them knocking off Cleveland in week 2.
Me too. Jags 1-1.
Buffalo, Monday night. Okay, it could still be really cold Monday, September 23rd. Nothing like it would be if they were playing this game in November or December, right? I keep looking at Buffalo, and Gabe Davis is here. Stephon Diggs, well, we know where he is. And Jacksonville's owned him. Beat him there, beat him here, beat him in London. I just think Monday night, all the hype. Jacksonville hasn't performed well under the lights. I think the Bills get back on the winning ways here. I think the Jaguars drop one on week 3 and fall to 1-2 on the year against the Bills.
Yeah, the fact that it's a night game, too, that makes me – even though the Jags have pretty much owned Buffalo lately, I'm still going to take the Bills on the road or at home.
All right, there you go. Week 4, Houston. Here we go. AFC South, totally different from a year ago where the Jaguars were projected to win the AFC South going away. Houston, their phenomenal year. This is 3 out of 4 on the road to begin the year. I made a huge point earlier about how the Jaguars were much better on the road last year. Okay? Didn't matter where they played. They won games away from Duval. I don't see it. Not today. Not on May 16th. I think the Jaguars get punched in the mouth by Houston. I think Jacksonville starts off their year 1 win and 3 losses.
I'm actually going to take the Jags. I think Houston takes a big step back this year, a sophomore slump. I'm going with the Jags to win this one on the road.
So there you go. Quarter into the season, JJ's got them at 2 apiece. I got them at 1 and 3. How does Jacksonville respond at that time? This is, without any question, the most difficult part of their schedule. If they could get to 2, even though it's just 1 game, in my mind, there is such a difference between 2 and 2 and 1 and 3. But for the record, I'm going to stay with the 1 and 3. All right, week 5, again, Indy hasn't won here since 2014. Jacksonville responds. They win this ball game. In my mind, they now go to 2 and 3. How do you see it?
Yeah, easy one at home. Not a huge believer in the Colts. I think this is a second win in a big win streak for the Jags.
Hopefully, we do not get a Doug Peterson comment where he says, we got to get out of here.
Yes.
Okay? Because when they do get out of here, they have consecutive games in London against the Bears and against the Patriots and against 2 rookie quarterbacks. And I think the Jaguars win both those games. So, for my record, I now have them at 4 up and 3 down.
Yeah, clean sweep in London for the Jags. So, what, 5 and 2?
5 and 2, and I'm 4 and 3. All right, let's get to week 8. I think Green Bay's a better team. Period. I just think they're a better football team. And this is the 3rd time I've said it already. I kind of apologize for repeating myself. Jacksonville has to prove to you that they can win here. It's absurd that they were 3 and 5 here last year. It's gross. Here we're talking about our new stadium. We're talking about these great fans. I mean, show up and play hard and win a freaking football game in Jacksonville. None of this 3 wins at home crap. That is awful. I'm taking Green Bay. They got to prove that they can win games here. I like the Packers here against the Jaguars.
I actually like the Jags in this spot. I think another quarterback that I think will take a sophomore slump. I'm going to go with the Jags.
Week after that, it's the return to Sunday Night Football in brotherly love, Philadelphia. I have the Eagles winning this football game against the Jaguars.
Yeah, I have the Eagles stopping the Jags' 5-game winning streak.
Okay. Let's see now. Week 10, Minnesota, rookie quarterback at home, J.J. McCarthy. It looks so easy on paper, doesn't it? It's like Joe Flacco coming into town, right? Remember all the comments last year when C.J. Stroud was coming into town? Okay, another home game. I think the Jaguars get off the schneid here. I like them to knock off Minnesota in Week 10.
Yeah, I think McCarthy's probably my least favorite rookie quarterback coming into this season. Easy win for the Jags.
All right, Week 11, they go to Detroit. Detroit's a better football team right now. They got a quarterback who is underrated but wins. 4 rookie starters a year ago. It's a better team. And they got a really good coach. I think the Jaguars lose at Detroit.
Yeah, tough one on the road. I'm going to go with the Lions.
So before the bye, I have Jacksonville at 5 wins and 6 losses. How about you?
Just 4.
You got
4 losses.
Okay, so I have them at 5 and 6. You have them at
7 and 4.
There you go. Quite a difference between us two early on. All right, let's take a quick one because it's their bye. And what's comforting here is that after the bye, Jacksonville has 6 remaining games. 4 of those 6 games are against divisional opponents. I haven't looked at all the other 31 schedules in the NFL. I imagine that this is relatively the same for about every franchise. But outside of Houston, it looks really attractive on paper. The end of this schedule, can Jacksonville flip the script from a year ago by losing 5 out of 6? Can they do the opposite in 2024? When we come back, we'll go through the final 6 games of the Jaguar schedule in 2024, and as well, keep you updated on everything that is happening at the PGA Championship.
Satisfy your need for speed.
Look at this! Whoa!
It's NASCAR's All-Star Race at North Wilkesboro Speedway Sunday night. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234 on your NASCAR station, 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Come in, Linda. Over.
We got a sea of new vehicles and they're priced so low they're rocking the boat. Come check out our biggest selection of inventory with the best prices and our wow ya experience that will ensure smooth sailing for your next car purchase. Plus, take advantage of our peace of mind warranties, transparent pricing, and free oil changes with every purchase. You better beat the surge and head to Beaver Toyota St. Augustine or Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville for the best car buying experience.
Man, it is a beautiful day to fish.
Here's your life jacket.
You know I can swim, right?
So could a lot of people who died falling overboard.
Come on, I'm not a kid.
Fatalities are often men over 30.
It's too hot to wear one.
These new ones are
There, happy? Ooh, I got one!
Glad you wore the life jacket?
Okay, yes.
Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission reminds you to wear your life jacket. Visit wearitflorida.com. Wear it, Florida.
Pickin' here, May is Healthy Vision Month, folks, so it's time to put your eye health front and center. If you haven't had a comprehensive dilated eye exam in a while, now's the perfect time to schedule one with Bowden Eye. A comprehensive dilated eye exam is the best way to check for common eye problems, even if you haven't noticed any symptoms. Detect signs of eye diseases like glaucoma, diabetic eye disease, and age-related macular degeneration. Call or visit BowdenEye.com to schedule your consultation. Bowden Eye & Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes, and you know you've heard this before. Why is it so hot in this house? Well, summer's already here on the First Coast, and those soaring temperatures can do a number on our ACs. This is where the good folks at Fenwick Home Services have you covered. Fenwick offers same-day, 24/7 service, and if you need a new AC because yours is on its last leg or already broken, Fenwick has next-day installation. That's right, next day, and can keep your family cool and comfortable all year long. Book online now at FenwickHomeservices.com. That's FenwickHomeservices.com, and stay cool and comfortable all year long.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On May 16, 1985, after an incredible first year in the NBA with the Chicago Bulls, future Hall of Famer Michael Jordan was named NBA Rookie of the Year.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. From GFL, Green for Life.
15,000 workers. I'm Brian Rose from Remedy Staffing. We survey 15,000 blue-collar workers each year to better understand what drives quality and dependability in our workforce. The survey shows when looking for a new job, the initial pay rate, job security, and safety while working are the most important factors for hourly workers. If you're an employer and would like to learn more about the voice of the blue-collar worker, please call us at 904-528-1933.
Imagine the perfect outdoor living space. A beautiful stone kitchen, waterfall, fire pit, pergola, stone walkway. Now there's one place to bring all of your design ideas to life. The Art of Natural Stone on Beach Boulevard and also by Bartram Springs.
It's Kubota Orange Days, your golden chance to score a deal that will make your neighbors green with envy. Shop the year's best selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. And get the year's best deals, like 0% APR for 84 months or up to $3,300 off L3302 tractors. Coastal Equipment on New Kings Road and in McClenny.
Coastal Equipment. Ballou for Shinatri Chiropractic. They've helped me get rid of my headaches and pain in my neck and back. Are you suffering from an auto accident? What about TMJ pain? Headaches associated with jaw clenching, grinding of the teeth, or stress-related disorders? Shinatri Chiropractic has a physical therapist on staff for rehabilitation, quality chiropractic care, dry needling, massage, and acupuncture. Call 743-6700 or go to ShinatriDC.com.
The time to buy an emergency generator is before you need it, not when you're sitting in the dark. Storms happen in a hurry in Florida, so be prepared. Protect your family and property with American Electrical Contracting. Call them today, 737-7770.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, Scotty Scheffler, last time we talked, he's gone birdie, bogey, birdie. Actually, we told you about the birdie, bogey, but now a birdie for Scotty Scheffler. So he's got it at 4 under par, 3 holes to play. That puts him 5 shots behind your clubhouse leader and course record-setting 62 today, -9 for Xander Schauffele. All right, we're going through the 2024 schedule. I have the Jaguars through week 11, and before their bye, I have them with 5 wins and 6 losses. JJ has them with 7 wins and 4 losses. Let's get to the final 6 games, beginning right here in Jacksonville, December 1st. 4 out of the final 6 are against divisional opponents. The most difficult is that first game against Houston. I think the Jaguars are going to turn around what happened a year ago, at least late, and win home games. I think they knock off Houston here to begin the month of December.
Yeah, I have them a clean sweep against the Texans this season. I agree.
That's impressive. 2 in a row against Houston. All right, week after that, they go to, they go to Nashville. Okay, I think Tennessee is, we know about C.J. Stroud. We don't know about Will Levis, and we don't know about Anthony Richardson. We just don't. And in some circles, people are saying they don't know about Trevor Lawrence. It's fair, right? Whether you believe it or not, it's being discussed. I just think they're a much better football team than Tennessee. This is a totally different club. I mean, Derrick Henry is no longer there. Mike Vrabel is no longer there. I think the Jaguars win consecutive games in the AFC South. I like them to knock off Tennessee.
I actually think Tennessee will win at home. They just always do. I really have no other reason besides that.
Fair, no doubt about it. Here, to me, again, is the most difficult game maybe on the schedule. It's home with New York. And
The Jets.
Yep, the New York Jets. If Aaron Rodgers is healthy and playing, I think the Jets come in here and win. I do. And, there's so many different ways to look at it. But one thing I'm going to hammer, just like I hammer the offensive line, okay? If you really want to be a perennial playoff team, you've got to win home games. And don't give me the London crap about winning over there. And I'm talking about winning right here, okay? And right now I'm going to take the Jets. I think New York wins that game over Jacksonville. So got them winning 2 in a row there, then losing to New York.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have them losing 2 in a row here. I like the Jets, obviously, assuming Aaron Rodgers is going to play. This place will be crawling with New Yorkers, unfortunately. I'm going with the Jets.
Vegas, right there with New England, could be the worst team on their schedule. I know a lot of folks are planning to go to Las Vegas. I wonder if your plans are going to change now with this game being a couple of days away from Christmas. I think it's a long trip. As a matter of fact, I know it's a long trip, but I think it's an inferior football team. I like Jacksonville to win on December 22nd out in Las Vegas.
Yeah, no Minshew magic in this game. I'm going with the Jags.
Tennessee rolls in a week later. Okay, and that is a good thing. All that talk about, Thanksgiving games and games being played on a Wednesday during Thanksgiving, the Jaguars avoid all that stuff. They get the bye week through Thanksgiving, and again, you got to travel on a Saturday or possibly they'll leave Friday, but then you're back late Sunday night, early Monday morning, and you have Christmas here before you do take on Tennessee. I like them to knock off Tennessee here in Duval.
Yeah, I agree. After losing to Tennessee in Tennessee, I think they'll win at home.
Final game of the year is a dome game, and I should point out that, 3 out of the last 4 games are in a dome, right? At Detroit, at Tennessee, the exception, in Vegas, and in Indianapolis. So cold weather or any of that stuff is not a factor when you're playing indoors. Again, I think Jacksonville is a better football team. I think they knock off the Colts to wrap up the 2024 regular season.
I think they'll lose this one. I'm assuming they'll have maybe the division wrapped up at like 10-6 at that point, and it is a tough place to play. I'm going to go with the Colts in a game that might not mean a whole lot for the Jags.
So what I have done is completely flipped what happened to Jacksonville negatively in 2023 and make it a positive in 2024. I have the Jaguars winning their last 3 games and winning 5 out of 6. And I haven't checked the text line, which I'll do here in a second, 641-1010, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures, but I have a feeling some people are going to call me up in that New York pick. So, I mean, you may have down, some of you out there, that Jacksonville's going to win 6 in a row to wrap up the year. Just to repeat ourselves, okay? Let's go through it real quick here before the top of the hour. I have them losing on opening day against Miami.
Same.
I have them knocking off Cleveland to open up the home schedule.
Same.
I have them losing against Buffalo and Houston, both on the road.
I have them losing to Buffalo, beating the Texans.
I have them knocking off the Indianapolis Colts' second home game.
Same.
I have them knocking off both rookie quarterbacks in London. They'll beat the Bears and beat the Patriots.
Yep, 2-0 in London.
I have the Packers coming in here to win.
Yes. Or actually, I have the Jags beating the Packers. Excuse me.
I have them losing on Sunday night in Philadelphia.
Agreed.
J.J. McCarthy's a rookie. That's their 3rd rookie quarterback. That's a 3rd win for me. I have them knocking off the Minnesota Vikings.
Same.
Have them losing in Detroit.
Same.
Bye week. Then 5 out of 6, I have them winning against Houston and Tennessee in consecutive weeks.
I have them beating Houston but losing on the road to Tennessee.
Have them losing here against the Jets.
Same.
Go to Vegas and knock off the Raiders.
Easy W.
Have them knocking off Tennessee here.
Easy W.
Have them winning on the road at Indianapolis.
Disagree.
I have Jacksonville beginning 1-3, but winning their last 5 of 6. Combined record for the year, I have Jacksonville going 10 up, 7 down.
Same record, a little bit different. I have like a 5-game winning streak in the middle of the season around those London games, but pretty much checkered board after that with wins and losses.
All right, your opportunity out there listening to share your thoughts with us. A couple of ways to do it. You can do it on Twitter, that's Ballou1010XL, or on X, same deal, right? And, of course, you can get us on the text line. That is 641-1010. That's brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. Let's come back, talk more about the Jaguars schedule, also give you the very latest The PGA Championship continues from Valhalla.
Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL. A PGA Championship update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Vaughn Motor Group.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 106th PGA Championship. Do you love golf? Turn your passion into a profession. Get started on your PGA career at pga.com/workingolf. Xander Schauffele owns the current best player who hasn't won a major moniker. He's off to an ideal start at Valhalla. A 9/62 that matched the lowest round ever at a major. Schauffele 3 better than Tony Finau and Sahith Theegala. Finau feels just fine after a clean round of 665.
Yeah, it was a really nice round. Bogey-free is the way to be. So, the golf course was, I think, there for the taking if you hit it in the fairway, and with my length, I thought I was just able to take advantage of the golf course on a day where it was soft and scoreable type conditions.
Scotty Scheffler bounces back from a 3-putt bogey at 14 with a birdie at 15. Scheffler 4 under, 5 back. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
The strongest field in golf returns to Charlotte for the 2025 PGA Championship at Quail Hollow. For the first time since 2017, Golf Royalty competes for the iconic Wanamaker Trophy in the Queen City. History is made at the PGA Championship as golf's biggest stars go head-to-head in dramatic fashion. Don't miss your chance to witness the next chapter of major championship golf in Charlotte. Register for tickets to the 107th PGA Championship now.
That's the sound of steak searing in its juices on your new pellet grill. You heard that right. The Weber Searwood Pellet Grill can smoke low and slow at 180 degrees all the way to a high heat sear at 600. With the Weber Searwood, you can cook on the direct flame over the full grade sear zone. You'll hear the gasp of amazement from friends and family when you serve the food. Cooking with the Weber Searwood Pellet Grill just sounds delicious and tastes even better.
Discover luxury on your terms at Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville. Drive away today in style.
Boasting North Florida's largest selection of Cadillacs, we have your dream car waiting.
Experience the future with Cadillac Lyriq, redefining luxury electric vehicles at the starting price of $44,988.
With over 50 to choose from, and this exclusive offer, the luxury of a Cadillac is more attainable than ever.
And rest assured, every Cadillac is backed by our dedication to outstanding customer service.
Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville, plus tax tag title $899 admin fee and resistance.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Ballou here for Smunez Vision. Why Smunez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smunez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smunez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smunez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmunezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Splish, splash, I'm taking up.
Everything okay in here?
Oh, yeah, sure is.
You're wearing a life jacket.
Sure am.
In the tub?
Practicing for when we head to the lake. I read about wearing one at wearitflorida.com.
And wearitflorida.com told you to wear it in the tub?
No, that was my idea. You know, Florida is the leader in boating fatalities, so a life jacket can save lives.
As you were.
Splish, splash, I was taking a
Learn more at wearitflorida.com.
It's wins, losses, and predictions all day on 1010XL. Today's review of the NFL schedule is brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning, and Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors.
Get this. Joey and me were supposed to go to this concert next week, right? But then something terrible happened. Joey was driving without a seatbelt. But he didn't wreck. No, he got pulled over. Now Joey has to pay for a seatbelt ticket instead of a concert ticket, and I have to go by myself. How lame is that? So Joey, if you're out there, you're an idiot. Wear your seatbelt or you'll get a ticket.
All across the country, cops are cracking down. Click it or ticket, day and night.
Funded by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Your AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC, FloridaHomeAC.com.
Hey, I'm not going to pretend I know the specific problems you might be facing when it comes to the prospect of selling your home. Maybe you need more space for your office or a growing family. Perhaps you're worried about settling for less money with a low ball, out-of-state, instant offer. It's a tougher market. It means it's crucial to hire the right agents to sell your home and maximize your price, and that's why I'm recommending Chad and Sandy Newman, chadandsandy.com. They have the plan and experience to get your home sold fast and get it sold for maximum cash. In fact, Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Can you have any more comfort and security than that? Take Tanya in Palencia. I needed to sell my condo fast. I bought a new construction home thinking I had plenty of time to sell, but I listed with another realtor and I got no showings and no offers. I ended up paying 2 mortgages. I then hired Chad and Sandy. I got offers in days and closed in under 30. Go to chadandsandy.com and take advantage of chadandsandy.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Let's go! Don't you dare miss the Jacksonville Sharks calming the storm this weekend. They're going to beat that Sioux Falls storm. You bet. Saturday, May 18th, 7 o'clock at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Let's go! With tickets as low as $15, you're not going to find Saturday family affordable fun anywhere else. Call 904-621-0700 or go to jacksharks.com. Dress as your favorite superhero or villain for the Sharks Superhero Night and help the Sharks smash their opponent. All educators, buy 1 ticket, get 1 free. Join us for Shark Fest before the game. 5 o'clock, a pregame party, and rock the tank. Let's go! Don't miss opening night of the season. This Saturday, May 18th, 7 o'clock in the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Be a part of indoor football fun and exciting, non-stop action. Let's go! For tickets as low as $15, call 904-621-0700. And don't forget your cape. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Let's ring up another guest on the All-Pro Roofing phone line.
All right, what a busy Thursday. No question about it. With you tonight till 8 o'clock. Xander Schauffele, a 62 today. My goodness. Second time he's done that. It's a... it's a record with the major. He did it last year with Ricky Fowler, first round of the United States Open out the Los Angeles Country Club. Also sets a course record at Valhalla, which was a 63. Schauffele got out early today, played the backside first, 9 under, clean card, a 62, just phenomenal. All right, much more on the Jaguars schedule and your thoughts on it coming up in just a little bit. But let's talk about the first round, the PGA Championship, bringing my buddy Rick Shoemaker, always a lot of fun to talk the PGA Tour, in this case, the second of the 4 majors. Of course, Rick is the owner and operator over at Cimarron Golf Club. What do you say, Rick?
Oh, everything, man. It's a great afternoon, evening, sun, blue sky. What more could we ask for?
Man, I tell you what, it has been absolutely spectacular, and it's rained, quite a bit in Louisville, and apparently it's going to start raining very early tomorrow morning in Louisville, so we're not going to see a firm golf course over the next 3 days.
Well, no. So, this long hitter, they've been talking about that, the big stick winning out, and you already see it on the leaderboard, right? Rory, Finau, Schauffele sneaky long, so he'll hang in there, but it's proven out. Valhalla, the god of golf courses is going to be there for the gods of long hitting.
Mm-hmm. It looked like early on the backside first was really working. You look at the leaderboard, the top 4 with Schauffele, Tagala, Finau, McIlroy all went off 10 first early this morning and then wrapped up on the front 9. When you look at that trend or just the way that is, and obviously that changes tomorrow where they'll go off the front later in the afternoon. Is that something to make a big deal about, or is that really not even a part of this as far as you're concerned?
Well, I think it matters. I think every tournament, the 110 starts matter, and it's a luck of the draw, unfortunately, for all the players, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of these golf courses, you may want to start on the back, and other courses might not, and then the weather plays factors. So it's a big deal. And so right now, you can find trends in that, but at the end of the day, they do all play 18 holes, and they all got to make 18 putts eventually. So
In the case of Schauffele, he's been in this position before. Last year in Los Angeles, again, a 62, and wasn't able to hang on. We saw it last week. He wasn't able to hang on at Quail Hollow as Rory McIlroy chased him down. There's so much golf remaining, 54 holes. What do you think he's dealing with right now mentally, knowing that he's still got 3 rounds remaining?
Well, we know he's going to say all the right things, but at the end of the day, I do think it's catching up. I think eventually players at that level, there are frustrations. He knows he's put himself there time and time again, and unfortunately each time he's backed up. So I think there's some pressure inside that's building, and again, what separates the champions are those that can deal with that. But I absolutely do believe, unfortunately, it's in his mind, and these next 36 holes are a big deal. But if he puts himself there, I think he gets the hole number 10 on Sunday, it's going to be there. And for whatever reason, he hasn't closed, because I don't see a lot of weaknesses in his game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's amazing that he has continually fell short that final day.
Yeah, the pressure's got to be immense. I've heard an awful lot about Tony Finau, who's 3 strokes behind, that this golf course really sets up wonderfully for his game. Tagala's there. You know, you're talking about guys who haven't won a major, and then you get to Rory McIlroy, who last won 10 years ago at Valhalla. What's going? Can you imagine what's going on with Rory right now? I mean, he's not going to be part of the PGA Tour policy board anymore. Filed for divorce this week, but he's won his last 2 weeks. He did so in New Orleans with Shane Lowry, and of course, that incredible come-from-behind win last week again in North Carolina. Can you possibly put into what he's going through, the way that he's playing golf, despite all these distractions?
Well, and you bring up all valid points, and only Rory knows. But I would say this, that you could look at that, and you could make a case that he finally has freedom. Whatever unfolds in his personal life, only he and his wife know. But it's kind of had an ending now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he can look forward. And there's some freedom to that, right? That doesn't mean it doesn't come with challenges, but there's some freedom to that.
Yeah.
You look at the policy board situation, same thing. There's some freedom that this stuff is out. Dunn has resigned. There's some freedom. So perhaps it's, taking the handcuffs off of him mentally to just have fun and enjoy golf and feel like these other distractions are what they are, and they're in his rearview mirror. I mean, that's possible.
Yeah. Rick Shoemaker's our guest. Of course, he is with Cimarron right there on 210, the Cimarron Golf Club. I love Valhalla. I mean, what a bomber's course. 7,600 yards, the par 71. What do you make of this? I mean, you have par 4s that are those first 2 holes are 484 and 500 yards. We saw Scotty Scheffler ace, a second shot hole it out to get an eagle on the par 4s. You got the Beast at 254 yards for a par 3 on 14. The par 5s are all around 600 yards. What do you make overall about the description of this golf course here at Valhalla?
Well, at the end of the day, it's all sounds like the golf course is going to dominate these guys, but at the end of the day, what is it? The cut line's already under par.
Mm-hmm.
A guy shot a record score. I mean, it's just unbelievable how good these guys are and what they can do. And the PGA has lengthened that course. It's set up beautifully, but yet these guys can do what they do. And so, whether it's 6,800 or 7,300, these guys are going to find a way. And I think it's truly about the greens. The greens are phenomenal. The superintendent there, the maintenance team, the head of the championship division for the PGA have done an outstanding job. And these players have a carpet to putt on, and you're seeing them take advantage of it. And, you said all those names, and I think it was right before the phone call, Scheffler sitting there 4 under, right?
Yeah.
5 now.
Mm-hmm.
Telling you, he's coming off a baby 7 days ago.
Yeah.
Probably didn't practice any. And this is just a practice round for him, and there he is in the top 10. So it's going to be incredibly interesting tomorrow to see if Scotty makes a move and puts himself out there in the rare air of back-to-back majors.
In a normal major, including this is the 106th PGA Championship, when you look at Scheffler at 4 under and Morikawa at 4 under, and the defending champ Brooks Koepka, who's in the clubhouse with a 4 under 67. Rick, you're in phenomenal shape going into Friday, but these golfers are still 5 strokes behind what Xander Schauffele has done earlier this morning.
Yeah, and but they think they all realize, right, that 99% of the time, even the greatest player in the world comes back to earth, and he'll post a 68, 69, 70. It doesn't mean they don't have to now post a 65 here or 67.
Mm-hmm.
But, short of Schauffele, backing this thing up with, another 65 or 6, he'll probably come back to the field. And it won't surprise me if we got, 10 guys, 10, 12 of them come Saturday in the hunt. And again, I think, this is tough to say because I like Xander. But I do think some of those other players think, if I'm within 4 or 5 shots after Saturday and he's at the top, he's probably coming back to us.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's how those players think because he hasn't been able to close it.
Well, it's a great point, and now the element of Mother Nature because, what happens if they get all this rain, which reportedly is going to begin as early as 2 a.m., in Louisville, and play is delayed. So today's late tee times, guys are on the course right now, get out early. Regardless of the delay, they get to wrap up their first round first. So it could end up being, for a guy like Xander Schauffele, he may be asked to play 27 holes on Saturday.
No, I agree. And I think that it's going to, Mother Nature is going to control it. And so I think, again, I think Xander, there is one thing. I do think the weather can affect him a little bit. I'm not sure he's as long carry with the other guys. He tends to hit a little lower ball, if I believe so, if I remember correctly. So this weather's going to play an impact tomorrow. I still think, you look at Koepka. All his names at the top, my gosh, they're all bombers. So nothing's surprising at the top. I haven't been through the top 25, but nothing seems surprising at the moment at the top.
Hey,
I think it's
they allow rangefinders at the PGA Championship. I love it. I wish that this was a week-to-week thing on the PGA Tour. Do you have an opinion either way on that, Rick?
Well, what's interesting about it is everybody will tell you a rangefinder GPS or what, plus or minus 2 or 3 yards. That's what you hear all the time, right? But then you hear that anecdotal story that these guys are so good. If somebody says it's 65 to cover the bunker, or 66, somebody goes, wait a minute, is it 65 or 66? Because they want to know within a yard, right? So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, you use a rangefinder, but there's plus or minus to it. Those caddies are so good at marking that golf course. Short of them finding themselves in an obscure area, like what year was that Jordan hit the ball so far right? Remember?
Yeah,
British Open, right? And then he had to come back over the mounds. And short of situations like that, I'm not sure the rangefinder plays a big part in it. Again, these caddies are so good, and people forget they work their butts off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays heading in to find every possible yardage they need for their player.
Yeah, I just find it really interesting because the younger generation they can't sit around and watch anything, and every sport now is being asked to speed up play. Nothing more than what we've seen in Major League Baseball. There's a lot of talk, especially when you have the Patrick Cantlays, whoever out there, that the rounds at the Masters were taking like 6 hours. If you have a rangefinder, I got to believe that for the minimum, at least is going to be able to speed up play on the golf course.
Yeah, somewhat. Again, I think at the end of the day, though, these guys, they're so far ahead of it. I think it's for naught. I tell you, the most intriguing thing I've heard, totally off the subject of this, is ESPN Plus has coverage tomorrow or through the weekend where there's 3 or 4 guys doing the betting. They're actually going to have an hour of telecast with just betting on things. And that, to me, is where golf has got to go. And perhaps this whole live thing and all that will take this down the road of getting away from the conservatism of golf and saying, you know what, it's fun to sit there and go, hey, is Koepka going to hit this green or not? Is he going to hit 320 yards in this hole?
Yeah.
That's what's exciting. And again, this golf course lends itself to these bombers. I wish they would have taken that par 4. Not sure which number it is, but they said during the Ryder Cup, right? They had it at drivable distance. Maybe the PGA will surprise us this week and move that tee way up, and it'll be 290 for these guys because that would be some exciting golf here coming down the stretch through the weekend.
No doubt about it. Hey, let's wrap it up with Tiger. I thought his short game was pretty good today. It's certainly going out with only 13 putts, but the putts that were falling for him early did not fall late, and that included consecutive 3 putts on his last 2 holes.
Yeah, and look, when he was on, it's always putting. It's always going to be putting. It's putting for the all the golfers out there listening to us. It's putting at the college level. It's putting at the Korn Ferry level. It's putting at a PGA Championship. And 3 putts are killers. 3 putts are killers. And at the end of the day, Tiger's struggles with that, and otherwise he'd be under par. And look, he still may get it right. So again, I'm never going to count him out, but you got to putt. You got to get the ball in the hole.
Rick, I had a staycation, I guess they call it, last week, and enjoyed myself out at Cimarron. Had some rounds. Tell us the very latest at Cimarron Golf Club, and as well how to sign up for the Loyalty Club program.
The Loyalty Club program, we give all the deals weekly out there to people that sign up for it, exclusive opportunities to simply save on a round or get an exclusive, all-inclusive package. We tell you about what's happening as well off course. Right now, our winter seed for the greens and everything's still phenomenal, hanging in there. We couldn't be happier. The golf course I'm standing right now because of our internet connections I mentioned to you. Sun coming down, shadows coming across. Not a better time of day to play golf between the 4 and 7 o'clock hour. It's peaceful. You can groove your swing, have a nice drink, come in and listen to some great music in the background here, and just enjoy Cimarron. And you know what? No stress. Golf is, no matter what you think, just remember, no stress. Enjoy it. The humidity is gone. All those northerners listening to us who think it's hot today, just wait till July and August. But right now, it's a beautiful, beautiful spring day right now.
Hey, Rick, always a lot of fun. Thank you so much. We'll do it again tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Hey, you too. Thank you.
There he goes, Rick Shoemaker. He is out at Cimarron, and it's located right there on 210, the Cimarron Golf Club. All right, let's give you a PGA Championship update. We come back. JJ and I have much more, not only on the PGA Championship, but your reaction to our Jaguars' record after their schedule release late last night.
A PGA Championship update on 1010XL, brought to you by Vaughn Motor Group.
Westwood One Sports presents this special report on the 106th PGA Championship. NFL single-game tickets are on sale now. Visit NFL.com/tickets to purchase today. There have been 4 rounds of 62 in the 160-plus years of major championship golf, and Xander Schauffele owns 2 of them. One in the first round of the U.S. Open last year, another today in the first round at Valhalla. 9 under par, bogey-free. Tony Finau also bogey-free, a 665, 3 back of Schauffele, along with Sahith Theegala. Rory McIlroy at 5 under. He won at Valhalla the last time it hosted the PGA 10 years ago. Bob McIntyre is also at 5 under par, 4 back. 2 players in the afternoon wave joining that group at 5 under. Thomas Dietrich and Tom Kim both have played 13 holes. Scotty Scheffler, 3 under through 11. The number 1 player in the world is 6 back. I'm Ted Emmerich, Westwood One Sports.
The 2024 NFL schedule, powered by AWS, has been released, and single game tickets are on sale now. That's every epic showdown, every classic rivalry, every primetime game. 17 games for all 32 teams. Visit NFL.com/tickets to purchase tickets today. The NFL Ticket Network, including Ticketmaster, SeatGeek, and Sports Illustrated Tickets, are the official marketplaces for NFL tickets.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Imagine driving a late model Corvette, BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, Honda, Chevy, Ford, and more, all at a fraction of the original sticker price. Visit Vaughn Motor Group's indoor showroom and browse a great selection of dream cars that are inspected with warranties. Before you make your next auto purchase, check out Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard or at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting! Certainly facing challenging economic times. I can't speak for all of us, but for me, comforting to know my money is in good hands with ITP Partners. Ticket here for ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. I'll admit it, I don't understand a ton about the economy. Higher interest rates, 401ks, but I do know as I move closer to retirement, I continue to watch my money grow. Thanks to Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, and Reed Wingate. Get in the game, guys. ITP Partners, always there to help. For more info, Chris at ITPPartners.com or call 904-312-9751.
Nothing came easy, and he wouldn't have it any other way.
It's blue-collar line of scrimmage football. I'm Tom McManus, and I join Jaguars Today Fridays from 10 to noon.
Brought to you by Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Remember when vacationing was affordable? Well, General RV helps you vacation more for less, especially now with rollback prices on every motorhome, fifth wheel, travel trailer, and more. It's our rollback pricing event, May 15th through the 19th. This is your chance to get the best deal ever, plus immediate delivery on select models. And we're also giving you up to $1,500 in fuel free. See dealer for details. Pay less, vacation more. Only at General RV in Orange Park on Wells Road off 295.
The Guardian calls it a comedy with a thrust of a well-tuned engine. Chicago Theater called it a whirlwind of mayhem. And the New York Times said it has no right to be this funny. The Alhambra Theater presents Boeing. Set in the 60s, tells the story of a ladies' man pilot and the 3 women who believe they are engaged to him. Sure to sell out? Get your tickets at alhambrajacks.com. alhambrajacks.com.
How far is it from the surface of the Earth to the core of the Earth?
Is your home your most valuable asset? It is for most of us, and Southern Oak Insurance recommends an annual review. Log on to southernoak.com for more information.
Our family protecting yours, Southern Oak Insurance.
From the surface to the core of the Earth is about 1,800 miles and has a temperature of over 9,000 degrees, hotter than the sun.
Southern Oak Insurance. Our family protecting yours.
Ever wonder how you can transform your living spaces into captivating works of art? At First Coast Lighting and Fans, they offer a huge selection of high-quality products to match your desire for elegance, quality, and uniqueness. Visit their showroom on Phillips Highway at the Avenues and step into a world of quality without compromise. Discover the difference that locally owned expertise makes and let them help you experience the transformation from average to extraordinary. At First Coast Lighting and Fans.
Men, are you suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE? The medical providers at Prime Men's Medical Center offer breakthrough treatments that eliminate problems in the bedroom without pain or surgery. 98% of men see instant results on their first office visit. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Prime Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Men are even lasting 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
But that's not all. For a limited time only, call Prime Men's Medical Center now, and your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. You'll see instant results right in the office. You'll even get a gift that enhances your performance in the bedroom. All this, worth hundreds of dollars, is free if you call now. 904-664-8217. 904-664-8217. That's 904-664-8217.
Prosser here for Lifetime Flooring. You've heard us rave about Lifetime Enclosures. Now let's talk about Lifetime Flooring. I can tell you firsthand, the products and services, the best in Jacksonville. As you know, updating your floors is one of the most dramatic changes you can make to your home. Call the experts at Lifetime Flooring now and ask about their buy one room, get one room free promotion through Memorial Day. 0% financing available to meet any budget. Visit their beautiful showroom just off Phillips Highway and tell them Prosser sent you.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, great week right here in Duval. Both Ballou and LaSalva had the Jaguars going 10 up, 7 down. We went about it differently, which is kind of cool. If memory serves me correct, a year ago, we were almost identical, maybe 1 or 2 games different. But it is a more difficult schedule this year for the Jaguars. And again, I have them win their last 3 games, winning 5 out of 6, the exact opposite of what they did last year, where, of course, they lost 5 out of 6 after beginning the year with a record of 8-3. I do want to get to the PGA Championship here in just 1 minute, but I'll keep on saying it. This is such a phenomenal month in sports, and underway right now in Raleigh. Okay, the Rangers and the Hurricanes. The Canes trying to stay alive. NYR was up 3-0 in this series, the Rangers. Carolina's come back and won Game 4 and Game 5. We're midway through the first period, no score. Again, if the Rangers win, they advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. They will take on either Boston or Florida. Late night, the 2 remaining teams from Canada, and that series is locked at 2. Some really good hockey between the Edmonton Oilers and the Vancouver Canucks. That'll begin at 10 o'clock tonight. But again, that series locked at 2. That is in Vancouver. And to the NBA, we have 1 game on this Thursday night. That is at 8:30 on ESPN. Right now, Denver up 3 games to 2. This game is in Minnesota, where the Timberwolves are favored by 2.5 points. And again, Minnesota needs to win in order to force a 7th overall game in the NBA playoffs. So this whole dog day stuff never applies for us, JJ, because you and I love a variety of different sports. But
Saturday we got the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world as well.
We do. Who do you like?
I saw the face-off. You don't really have a weigh-in because they're heavyweights. Today they had it, and Fury refused to look at Usyk in the face. You could take that one of 2 ways, that he's intimidated by Usyk or that he's just like, I don't even see you as a threat. He looks way bigger than Usyk, though, and because of that, I'd take Fury. He looks in great shape as well.
Where's the fight going to be?
Saudi.
Yeah. So it'll
That's
be
where
on
they're
like
all at now, man.
2 in the afternoon or something, right?
5 or 6, actually. It's later than you think. They have them pretty late for us. So I'd say like 6 p.m. Eastern time, Saturday.
The untold story of the first round of the PGA Championship may be Jon Rahm. I mean, this man at one point was either 12 or 13 strokes behind Xander Schauffele. He bogeyed 4 of his first 6 holes, went out with a 38, but has found his way back in to a play of even par, a 71 today.
Well, he actually just birdied.
Was
18,
that did he get to -1?
Exactly.
Okay, so
Crazy.
Jon Rahm now gets to 1 under par, and again, it's I've got let's see here now, 62 golfers unofficially in red figures today here at Valhalla. Of course, all the talk is Schauffele, the 62 9 under, Finau and Tegala 3 strokes out. Rory, once again, a 66, in just incredible shape for Friday with 5 under par. You picked Tom Kim. He shot a 66 today, and he did it in the afternoon. Thomas Dietrich did the same. Colin Morikawa at 5 under. Tom Hoagie at -5. You get to the 4 unders. That includes Brooks Koepka with a 67. Austin Eckroat's played some good golf as of late, a 67. Scotty Scheffler with a hole to play. Let's take a look at his card. It's been pretty eventful today. An eagle, 2 shots and 2 under. You heard me correct. 2 swings of the club and 2 under on the opening hole, par 4 for Scheffler after a 323-yard drive. He holed it in from 167 yards. Then pars, a birdie on 4, a bogey on 5, birdie on 7, went out 3 under 32. Bunch of pars, and then birdie, bogey, birdie, right? So he's got it at 4 under, and I know you're tracking him. Looks like he's about ready to take his approach here.
He didn't love it.
All right, my TV screen's about 10 seconds behind yours, so I'm going to look at it right now. Looks like he's got, 311 yards? Or I'm guessing that was probably his drive, 311. But, yeah, he went way right. I'm looking at it now on 18.
It is a par 5, so he could save.
Yep.
I mean, knowing him, he could still birdie this.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Guy's a freak.
Yeah, I was thinking, could he get to -5? And if so, he'd only be 4 strokes out. But even if he can settle a par here, I'm sure he won't be thrilled with it. But a 4 under, 67, leaves him in really good shape with 54 holes to play. Let's see some other notables today with some 68s. Martin Keimer, Cameron Smith with his 68. Watched him. Did you see a shot earlier today when he was standing up to his ankles in water?
I did. And it was a great shot. And the funny part is he puts it in the fairway after that.
I know.
And then his next shot on dry land with shoes on, he just skies it way past the green. I'm like, okay, so maybe you should just play shoeless.
Victor Hovland and Max Homa, Kurt Kitayama, Bryson DeChambeau. All with 368.
Now, he had a pretty average round, but he sunk in like an eagle from 200 yards or something to make his round look really good.
Jason Duffner, a 68. Boy,
It's
there's
a name
a
I
guy.
haven't heard in a long time.
Exactly. I'm trying to remember. Has he won a?
Yeah, he's won a major before.
That's got to be the only reason why he would be there.
PGA,
Yeah. So 300 today for Duffner. Pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Let's see.
2013.
Okay, going way back when. 69s today for Justin Thomas. Keegan Bradley. Man, is Keegan Bradley a tough watch. I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like going to a restaurant and getting a bad meal. I watched him all day because he played with Tiger Woods and he played with Adam Scott, and he was part of one of those early morning 8:04 tee times, preferred groupings or whatever they call it on ESPN Plus. But he just, apparently, I will admit he's calmed down a little bit over the years, but he's just so fidgety. He's so nervous. It's really hard to watch him. Maybe the only thing I can think of that was worse was the years of Kevin Na and the constant waggling that he did. But anyway, Bradley today is 69. Shane Lowry with a 69. Billy Horschel. Matt Fitzpatrick, -2 69s today. Luke List, Cameron Young. 1-unders include Luke Donald and Russell Henley. Okay, Justin Rose and Corey Connors at 1-under. Hideki Matsuyama, he had a hole out today as well. He shot a 1-under 70. Let's see, any other notables there? John Rahm, we just talked about. He just wrapped it up with a birdie on his final hole, which was 18 today for John Rahm. So we went off the first hole first. The better scores went off the backside, particularly early in the morning for what's that, for what that's worth. Of course, that means tomorrow, weather permitting, they will go off the first hole as opposed to the 10th hole, and that'll be later in the afternoon. A couple of guys on the golf course who are in red figures include Patrick Cantlay with a hole to play, -1. Patrick Reed with 3 holes to play, -1. And Brendan Todd at -1 with 2 holes to play. Even par today. Let's see. Any names that stick out? Tyrell Hatton, Sepp Straka, Charlie Hoffman, Taylor Gooch, who's been saying all sorts of crazy things over on the Live Tour.
He got an exemption.
He did. He talked so much he got himself an
So
exemption.
did our guy Bowmeister or whatever, who the Boston Capper last night named him. I didn't even know he was in the tournament.
Yeah.
And he's like 24 right now.
There you go. Francesco Molinari, Gary Woodland in with 71s today, even pars. Will Zalatoris with a hole to play. Wyndham Clark, your defending United States Open champion. And Brian Harmon, your defending British Open champion. Both with one hole to play, even golf so far on this par 71. Ludvig Åberg, okay, is 72 today, +1. Interesting. Tiger Woods, and let's take a look at it here, okay, because believe it or not, with the schedule release and everything, I really haven't talked about Tiger much at all today. He birdied his second hole. Excuse me. He bogeyed his second hole, which was the 11th, okay? He didn't take advantage of the par 5s today on the front side either. He parred both number 10 and 18. He did have a birdie on 13, a bogey on 15, so he went out +137. Then he parred consecutive holes, had a birdie on the par 3 third hole, 3 straight bogeys, a birdie on 7, an impressive birdie on 7 for Tiger Woods to get it back to even. Actually, at that point, he was -1. Then he bogeyed his last 2 holes, which were 8 and 9, and he missed putts that classic Tiger absolutely makes, but unfortunately for him, he 3-putted on 8 and he 3-putted on 9. So when it was all said and done, it is a +172 for Tiger Woods, and obviously he was not happy about that. All right, let me give you just real quick. Let's see, Ricky Fowler +1. I'm looking for Phil Mickelson. At last look, he was +1.
He doubled or tripled on 18, I think.
All right, I see
he
it
fell
now.
off.
Yeah, he. Oh my God, he had on the par 5 18th. He posted a 7. So +3 for him. I know we need to take a break here. As a matter of fact, I'll come back and spend a minute on some of these guys on the other side. So let's do that. We'll give you a PGA Championship update as well. We'll take you up until 8 o'clock right here on this Thursday night.
Get Florida Gators play-by-play baseball on 1010XL.
The Gators spend the weekend in Athens against the number 9 Bulldogs. Florida, Georgia, Thursday and Friday night and Saturday afternoon on 1010 AM.
Ballou for Shinatri Chiropractic. They've helped me get rid of my headaches and pain in my neck and back. Are you suffering from an auto accident? What about TMJ pain? Headaches associated with jaw clenching, grinding of the teeth, or stress-related disorders? Shinatri Chiropractic has a physical therapist on staff for rehabilitation, quality chiropractic care, dry needling, massage, and acupuncture. Call 743-6700 or go to shinatridc.com.
It's wins, losses, and predictions all day on 1010XL. Today's review of the NFL schedule is brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning, and Renewal by Anderson Windows and Doors.
Hi, this is Chelsea from Renewal by Anderson. Now's the time to get your custom windows and doors. Through the month of May, buy 2 windows and our patio doors and get the third 60% off. Plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for 1 year. Some restrictions apply. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Go to rbafla.com to book your design consultation today. License number CGC 1527613.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The PGA Championship. Yes. And Fantasy Golf on 1010XL returns.
Keep an eye on this one.
Presented by Pella Windows and Doors and MyBookie. Win $1,000 of jewelry from Beards Diamonds. Enter at 1010XL.com.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, an avocado consultant from Jacksonville, Florida, meet Dave Ortega. Okay, Dave, here's your question. Your house is not bad in the morning, but by the afternoon, your AC can barely keep up, even with the curtains closed. What do you do?
Can I buy a valve?
Not that kind of show, Dave.
Can I spin the wheel?
Yeah, we don't even have a wheel, Dave.
Can I phone a friend? Oh, can I call Bueller?
That's right, Dave. Call Bueller Air and Plumbing to assess your home's airflow and sunlight patterns and let us optimize your air conditioning so that you are cool.
This is the happiest day of my life.
Well, you gotta get out more, Dave.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hey, sports fans, this is Hayes Carlion from MyBookie. The NBA playoffs are heating up, and it's the perfect time to elevate your game with MyBookie. With MyBookie, you can bet from anywhere, anytime, so you never miss a shot to cash in on a play. You can even live stream and bet on the games right from the sportsbook, giving you everything you'll need to decide, cash out or let it ride. MyBookie really makes it easy to get paid with tons of boosted props and slam dunk parlays, and new boosts are now posted on the daily. It's more than just a sports book. Buzzer beaters, underdog upsets, and a community to share in all of the sweats. Give yourself a head start today and play with house money using promo code 1010XL when you make your first deposit. That's promo code 1010XL to claim a limited time bonus when you sign up and make your first deposit. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, only with MyBookie. And don't forget that promo code 1010XL.
What's up? I'm Patrick Young. If you're a business owner, make your plans to attend the Florida SBDC Network Small Business Success Summit, August 19th and 20th at the Sawgrass Marriott in Ponte Vedra. You'll network with other Florida business owners, learn marketing and operational strategies. Plus, I'll deliver an inspirational keynote message. There's also a reverse trade show event where you can speak with government agencies to explore their business partnerships. Register online at floridasbdc.org, and I will see you there.
Let's go! Don't you dare miss the Jacksonville Sharks calming the storm this weekend. They're going to beat that Sioux Falls Storm. You bet. Saturday, May 18th, 7 o'clock at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Let's go! With tickets as low as $15, you're not going to find Saturday family affordable fun anywhere else. Call 904-621-0700 or go to jacksharks.com. Dress as your favorite superhero or villain for the Sharks Superhero Night and help the Sharks smash their opponent. All educators, buy one ticket, get one free. Join us for Shark Fest before the game. 5 o'clock, a pregame party, and rock the tank. Let's go! Don't miss opening night of the season. This Saturday, May 18th, 7 o'clock in the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Be a part of indoor football fun and exciting, non-stop action. Let's go! For tickets as low as $15, call 904-621-0700. And don't forget your cape. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Let's ring up another guest on the All-Pro Roofing phone line.
Vegas, baby, Vegas! Rafael Esparza, MyBookie, mybookie.org. He goes into the night right here with Rick Ballou and JJ Lasab. What do you say, Rafael?
Nothing. How are you doing this lovely evening?
I'm great. I mean, you got all these pro teams rolling in, right? You got the Raiders that are there. You got the Lord Stanley Cup champion Golden Knights that are there. I guess I want to believe the A's are coming, right, after a year in Sacramento. But are you ever going to get a heavyweight title boxing match again?
That's probably the $1 million question. I mean, I think this Dubai money will probably end up drying out. I think something will happen weird there, and people won't go there. But I would say probably not for I would say another couple of years. I mean, we did have Canelo Alvarez fight on Cinco de Mayo, but I mean, a big epic fight. I have not seen. I don't see one planned anytime soon.
All right, what's the odds on the one coming up on Saturday?
It's pretty much a pick-em. Shop around. You could get either a Tyson Fury at -115, -120. I mean, we're getting such good two-way action. And I'm a little bit shocked. Tyson Fury looks like the skinny Tyson Fury when he fought the Klitschko brothers when he dominated them. He came in so trimmed, ready to go. And this one, I kind of like Tyson Fury just because of how he looks. I think he really wants to show that he still has maybe one or two more fights in him.
With the schedule release last night, did anything happen at all today as far as season totals with wins and or, taking an under losses, if you will?
Not much. I think some Pittsburgh Steelers under money came in because let's face it, man, they got brutalized. I mean, that whole conference got brutalized on the schedule if you kind of think about it. I mean, I think it's the toughest conference in football, but I would say Steelers under money came in. Jets under money came in. Saints under money came in. Not that much over money that I saw significant, but some money did come in. I'm not a big look-ahead schedule guy. I mean, I do the odds. We pretty much have all the odds open for each week now because I don't want to look at schedules because I'd rather look at, okay, someone's playing week 1. If they lose, how's the number going to be in week 2? Not like, what's the week 6 number going to be and stuff like that when we have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah. All right. Interesting enough, the second major almost complete here at Valhalla in Kentucky, and basically it was a 3-man race, right? Scotty Scheffler 4 under, he's in now. But Brooks Koepka 4 under, Rory McIlroy a 5 under. So I got to imagine those are the 3 that were most bet. But right now they find themselves quite a few strokes behind clubhouse leader Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, Xander Schauffele and McIlroy took a lot of action on that, so we don't need either one of them to win. Of course, Scotty Schauffele took some action on it as well, but with Rory winning his last tournament, that probably did help us with a lot of head-to-head matchups. People were betting him. It's going to be very interesting. Tomorrow's supposed to be thunderstorming. Friday, Saturday's supposed to get rain in the morning, so that's going to be very interesting if they get these rounds in for Sunday and maybe a possible Monday day.
All right, let's wrap it up with a little bit of NHL talk. It looked like a couple of Eastern teams were dead in both Carolina against New York and Boston against Florida. And, of course, Carolina and New York playing right now. Boston will try to even up that series tomorrow at home against Florida. What's working there as far as folks at the window?
I still can't believe Carolina won on Monday when they scored 4 goals in the third. It was just totally mind-boggling. Can a home team win in any playoffs? NHL, NBA seems like it's just been road team after road team. It's wide open. I thought Colorado was going to be able to go in deep. I thought the Rangers and stuff like that. I can't pick these stuff to save my life. The NHL has been phenomenal to watch because you sit down and you have no idea if home ice is going to hold or the road team's going to dominate.
Yep, no doubt. All right, tell us what else. What's going on right now at MyBookie and MyBookie.org.
Yeah, busy weekend. We can even talk about the Preakness. Even though the favorite is out, I still think Bob Baffert horse wins that race. I don't think the Kentucky Derby winner wins it, but we have the Preakness. We have a heavyweight fight in Saudi Arabia. We have UFC this weekend. We have NHL and NBA playoffs. WNBA, which Caitlin Clark's playing her first home game right now. Baseball. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Jump over to MyBookie. Sign up today. Win today.
Thank you, Raphael.
Take it easy.
There he goes. Carolina, by the way, had the goal right before the end of the first period, so they'll break now, 20 minutes into play. They've completed the first period, and Carolina up 1-0 over New York. And we'll see if they can even up that series at 3 apiece. All right, before we get out of here, just a couple of notables who won't be around for the weekend. Michael Block, remember him a year ago? All the attention and certainly made the cut. As a matter of fact, I saw him on a commercial earlier today.
All day he's been on.
He's getting paid. He began today with a bogey on 1, then a quadruple bogey on 2. That's right. On the par 4 second hole, he put up a frosty. He put up an 8, which I think all us weekend hackers can absolutely appreciate. But he settled in a little bit. Birdied 4, did have a bogey on 6, so he went out plus 540. And then a couple of bogeys and a couple of birdies coming in, and even par 36 during his final 9 holes. So he's plus 576, and we can always play the what-if game. I mean, what if he didn't have a quadruple bogey? You're talking about a guy today who would have shot, a 72, a 1 over par. But you can't play the what-if game, right? He put up a frosty. Anyway, I find that pretty interesting. Everyone's favorite drunk, John Daly, an 82 today. That's plus 11. One of my favorite golfers, because it's one of the greatest sports books ever written, in my opinion. It's about Rich Beam. It's called Bud, Sweat, and Tease. Rich Beam today, former PGA champion, shot a 79. Those guys will be going home for the weekend. Speaking of going home, you're not going home, but you're going away.
I'm going to a very cold environment. I'll be going to Connecticut tomorrow morning. Flight's at 7 a.m. For my brother's wedding. So congratulations to Josh. I'm giving the best man speech with my other brother, so I'm sort of nervous about that.
Have a
really
cocktail.
started. Oh, I'll have plenty.
Man, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So getting married in Connecticut.
Yes, that's where he works. He works for ESPN. And fun fact, his future wife's name is Blake, the same name as my wife. Very odd.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a safe trip.
Thank
Now,
you.
what are you flying into Hartford?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right. There you have it. So, JJ will be back on Tuesday. Wish his brother and his wife certainly the very best. The story of today, Xander Schauffele, a 62. 9 under. Hackers coming up next. Thank you to Rick Shoemaker. Thank you to Rafael Esparza. And for certainly J.J. LaSelva. I am Rick Ballou. Tomorrow at 6 o'clock, we'll have it all for you, weather permitting. Don't rain in Louisville. We'll talk with you coming up at 6 o'clock.